Welcome back, guys. Welcome to our Gonenomad full-time RV channel.
What season is this?
Season 3. I'm Eric, and this is my lovely wife, Tina.
Thank you.
We're a full-time RVing couple, as many of you know. Unlike other full-timers, we live in our camper full-time. But what we do is we spend 6 months of the year working in South Dakota. 8 months a year. And
trying to shorten it already.
keep trying to shorten it. And then we spend 4 months basically traveling around. Just due to the weather and the climate and time of year, the last 3 years we choose to spend our time in Arizona. We visit a lot of the same places. We're kind of turning into just your average snowbirds that spend summers up north and go to the same spots every year in the winter, but we do different adventures.
Always.
We prefer hiking. That's kind of our thing. And so, wrapping up, just came off another 8-month season. And back in South Dakota, we run a fish farm, a fish hatch. It's a full hatchery. We raise cool water, cold water game fish. So we do muskie and northern pike and walleye and perch and smallmouth bass, crappie. So it's pretty cool. We've got a background and a history doing this, so it's not something everybody can step into and do.
No.
We're really fortunate that we're able to do that, and it matches our lifestyle. But it's a lot of work. It's
Most definitely.
Yeah, it's 8 months, basically 7 days a
7 days
week. We just live, breathe, eat, raising fish, and it's pretty cool. We're definitely, very appreciative of the time that we do have off, time to kind of heal and explore and travel, and so it works out really well for us. It's a small farm. We're in a little town in South Dakota. I think it only encompasses like 15 acres
Something like that.
on the farm.
Something like that.
And like I said, we've got a full hatchery, and we've got some line ponds, and it's a lot of our work is also field work. We lease a bunch of a property that we raise fish remotely off-site. So we've got teams going out every day, running boats and nets, and kind of managing water perimeters and feeding fish and doing what we have to do to rear our game fish.
Yep.
It's really cool for us. And just a little side note, if any full-timers out there are kind of looking, maybe they think they might want to try it,
Just expanding your horizons.
there might be a couple positions opening up where we're trying to kind of figure out that balance and see if we could work in another full-time couple.
Yep.
If we did choose to do that, we'd probably put something on like Work Camper News, and we'd probably do a full video on that, just what's entailed and kind of what we're looking for. But just kind of keep that in mind.
Testing the waters.
Yeah,
See
see
what
if
you
anybody's
think.
interested.
Yeah.
So this summer we just, like I said, we live, breathe, eat fish farm, raising fish and everything that's entailed with operating, the farm. So we live in South Dakota, and it's a really small town. It's very, it's very flat, Midwestern, not a lot of
No
landscapes
trees,
or
no.
trees. But beautiful sunrise, sunsets.
Absolutely.
We have kind of full hookups. We have electricity and water there. We just have a porta-john on site, so we actually don't use, our toilet too much. And it's very incredibly windy there. We get a lot of storms that go through.
We're like right at the top of like Tornado Alley, so it's like right at the tip of it.
So we have many nights in the summer where, you'll get these straight line winds or storms go through and tornadoes popping up towns over. That's probably the biggest fear, as far as where we live, living full time in a camper. There's many nights the tornado sirens are going off, and we're out in one of the bigger buildings. We'll just kind of leave the camper and kind of ride it out and wait.
Cross our fingers.
Cross our fingers that the camper's still there when we go back.
That's some big hail.
siren's been going off for about 15 minutes now, but just another day in South Dakota.
It's been a little sketchy at times.
Yeah, we've had a couple ones where it got
pretty dang close.
pretty blowy.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of what we do and where we lived and all that good stuff. We were able in August to break away and go up and visit some friends in Montana. We thought we were going to be gone for like 10 days. It's a long drive. It's like a 2-day drive up there, 16 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
So we made that drive. It's just, anytime you're traveling out west, it's beautiful, whether it's open prairie plains or going through the Black Hills or mountains.
Yeah.
We stopped at Devil's Tower, Wyoming. Basically just for the night. We just stopped there and threw out the tent, and it was beautiful.
That was really cool.
We didn't do any hiking or anything.
Because we wanted to go, on that trail that goes behind the tower, and no dogs whatsoever.
Yeah, I forgot about that. We had Coda with us. No dogs allowed on the trail, so we just camped for the night and then proceeded on our way.
Yep.
Made it out to Montana. The area we went to is south of Bozeman. It's Big Sky.
Yeah.
And
beautiful country.
did a couple just awesome hikes out of there. I mean, spectacular. I mean, it was, like I said, August. Everything, because it's upper climate. I think it's like 9,000 foot elevation in that area. And so you're still getting like flowers blooming and everything's green and
the prairie grasses, and it was just, a beautiful hike. And then you're hiking through the fields and the trees, and then all of a sudden you come to the top, and it just opens up into this gorgeous, pristine mountain lake.
oh my God, that was the second hike. The first day there was those little pothole lakes that we were hanging at. Just extraordinary. We didn't see any wildlife. For hiking in the middle of the day, middle of the summer, you're probably not going to see a lot like that, unless you're going through like Yellowstone or something like that has a higher density. This is kind of out in the wild. I imagine certain times of the year, morning, evening, and especially around fall, you'd see a lot more elk. And we had elk in the driveway the one morning, though.
Yep.
Right at the person's house we were staying at. So
they were just hanging out.
But they have bear sightings up there all the time. They have bear attacks all the time, and moose. And beautiful, beautiful area.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, that trip was cut short. We had an employee that was being an idiot.
Creating havoc.
Basically, we were only there 2 or 3 days. We had to turn right around and shoot back, and we had to get rid of him. So it kind of cut our trip short. But either way, it's a beautiful area up there. I would love to spend more time hiking and checking it out.
Oh yeah.
That's it. We're back starting season 3. Anybody that's wondering where we were and where we've been, you should know the routine by now.
Yeah, exactly.
No videos or updates for like 8 months, and then all of a sudden here we are, and we'll throw a bunch of them out.
We'll inundate you.
So right after this, just gonna be a short video on just those hikes and the drive and kind of sights and sounds of what we experienced. And
we'll give everybody a Coda fix.
Oh yeah, Coda, she's taking a nap right now. That's why she's not out. But so it's good to be back. Look forward to more videos from us. You guys have any comments, questions, or you want to meet up with us? We'll be hanging in Arizona for the winter, so just drop us a line, and we'd love to go on a hike or just visit other full-timers or people that are interested or camping or whatever. But for all you that hung with us and you're still subscribed, thank you much. Appreciate all the comments and kind words, and, support, and
patience.
Can't wait till more people join us. Enjoy the video. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Alright, so after 5 months of working non-stop, we are going to break away for about 7 to 10 days. We're not taking a camper. That's our house. That's not camping. We're going to do some tent camping, and we're going to stay with some friends. So we're going to head up towards the western part of South Dakota, go up to Montana. The issue is we haven't done this in years because everything we have is in a camper. We haul a camper.
So we got backpacks and grill and hiking poles and water jugs and chairs and helmets, dog food, backpacks, bikes, laptops, coolers, clothes.
It's a lot of crap.
Christina, and of course Coda. What are you thinking? I'm getting ready to go on a trip. Oh, you're being such a good girl. You gotta wait. You gotta stay a little bit, okay? Hold on. There's the getting ready to leave the fish farm.